Thank you for coming on into live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in each and every day. We'll do the same without wasting a single second of your time. Bada bing, bada boom, we go into the chart. So, 2 12-hour candles later, and we're basically sideways Steven on Saturday for the weekend update for Bitcoin. And let's see if we head lower or higher from here by going into high block capital. What is high block capital, you say? Well, people lock their liquidity into the charts to get burned too crisp by the market maker for not using a stop loss, and we get to see where those crispy characters lie in wait. So let's do that now on the 1 minute time frame. So currently inbounds to the short side on the 1 minute chart to the tune of 5.79 billion. So coming back into the retrace of this at $121 million at 26,775 is the first step for the 100xers up here, and 50x partner in crime up at 27,053. So do we get a retrace back into that before coming down into these 150xers down below here on the longs to 26,290? We need to expand our vision to the higher time frame of the 7-day and above to see that. So let's go do that now. Max liquidity on, and then we turn this like that. So we do have a pool down below to the tune of let's see, 2 4 6 7 9 10 11 12, about 15 billion down at the 26k region. You do have some 10 12 15k up in the 2676 as well. Looks like they might hit the downside first, which is why we're looking for a slight push up to the 100x shorts and then dip. Same theory applies from yesterday. On the monthly time frame, you do have an imbalance leading you to believe that they could hit up that 28.3 level, 33 billion plus 40, 50, 60 billion up in that 28.6 region if they choose to go get it on the monthly. And if you look at the 3 and the 6, they do have that large draw to the downside at 23.4 and 24.3. You have 178 billion on the 6 month. So if you do come to that 28.5 region, you do see a potential to fatigue out and come down at some point to that zone below. Largest time frame, the 2-year, you have that 600 billion draw up to the 33.2 region that's been percolating. Hasn't really changed much since August 1st. You have 197 billion at 33.2, now 207. So you had about 10 billion pinged in the course of August thus far. And then down below at 23.6, if we compare August 1st, you had 168 at 23.6, and now you're getting 253 billion at 23.6. So there's been a large amount more pinged into the downside here. So just like they came and grabbed this 24.8 region and left the shorts alone up here, are they going to come down and take that long biased imbalance, the buy side inefficiency down below, to the sell side buy side inefficiency down below for this sell side liquidity at 23.6. Largest time frame, it alludes to a draw to the downside at some point. Going back to the monthly, you do have that maximum point of interest up at that 28.3 region. So let's go ahead and look at the charts in terms of what we see. Currently, we're respecting this 236 level of the bearish nature. We talked about 27k needing to hold or else, and so they dropped beneath that 27k region. And this is why we have this projection down here, and we deleted the other projections we had up. They all led to that 27k holding, which it did not, so we're just going to ignore the upside for now and look at the hourly. So we were talking about coming up to this imbalance of the 100 extras at 26,772. We still have yet to do that. We've been going sideways, idiot boxing of sorts from here to there, just kind of ranging it up. I mean, realistically, if you just do this, it's a range within where we're at since Thursday, really. So Bitcoin is just sideways Steven for that time. So you can't really tell that it's going to stay in this range. So anyone saying they're trading this is crazy, because I don't see how you could trade something that tight. But it is what it is. So we're going to go through the daily time frame and then kind of look at where things may fade, and we're going to turn on our oscillators by turning on our profile. What is this little bit of happiness, you say? Well, link is in the description for more. Momentum Master, whoa. MomentumMaster.info. Scroll down to features. You can see Bitcoin's absolute bottom as of this moment at 15K. And what we're seeing there on the oscillators with the rocket ships and whatnot, stochastic array on the ultimate, the trend cloud, the baselines. These are some of the components that lead us to the conclusions that we reach on momentum. So we're looking now at this daily time frame curvature and this thinning of the trend cloud. We previously saw rejection at the trend cloud. Here we broke through, consolidated for 2 days, and broke on through rejection at the super trend level 236 to the downside, holding as a retrace idea to this golden pocket. So this is why we still have this on the chart. And yeah, the daily time frame still doing its thing. If we go to the three-day close yesterday, still holding this baseline idea of the cross-up event. Even if we come down to the 618 in this golden pocket, and even a double bottom, as long as you close candles above these baselines at 25.7, then this 3-day cross-up event could still go. How much does it give you? So far, lackluster at best. But this also did a lackluster dump twice before massively dumping, so we could do a lackluster dump before they pump. You never know. The cross-up events have you at hello generally. There are fake outs like this one here. But overall, 3-day cross down and cross ups are not to be ignored, and that is occurring to the upside. So we have the daily time frame clouds, which were previously separated by some distance here, are starting to come together. We are failing beneath the baselines on the daily. Something to note as we get overbought on the stochastic and the money flow comes above the RSI to possibly come lower. The Williams is drifting higher, but the MACD alluding to a cross down, so you could be getting this daily reset of some kind at some point. Coming to the 22, you get this cross down event coming with the suppression of the price on the baselines here, and the reset of the stochastic is here with the values of the money flow and the RSI at 50. Williams suppression of event looks like duckbill platypus beak opening up with this alarm, possibly coming to the downside some more for that suppression of the stochastic on the 22. If we go to the 12-hour time frame, same thing occurring. Cross down event, suppression idea. Now nothing goes up forever or goes down forever, so this is why seeing the bounce, the B-side bounce, where is that going to bring us? We did a frugal assessment by saying 26,772 by looking at the current pool here at the 26,775, 121 million here, and we're just wick-whacking around for the low liquidity weekend. Do we make it up to here? And possibly 50% recovery of this vector. So it's not even a vector, but just this drop to the downside in equilibrium bounce to 26,891. Do we see a 50% recovery of this? even the entire pool of this would bring you to that zone. So yeah, that's just looking at that. If you look all the way up there, but we'll just play it frugally from this region. And that is the 12-hour. So let's go to the 6-hour time frame. 6-hour time frame cloud also kind of curving here to the downside with the thinning-like nature, insinuating it could be creating a curvature here. Still kind of thick with the potential recovery possibility. We're just going to, whoops, leave that there. And shift this over since we haven't gotten that push to that region just yet. Let's just say 3 o'clock or whatever and extend this over. All right, and let's look at the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour cloud also starting to shift here. Hold on, let me check to see if the chat is hearing properly, so give me a second. Hey, what's up? Dylan, Dingo, CNC, thank you for stopping in. What's up, what's up? So is the short still gonna play? Yeah, I mean, that's what we're kind of thinking about. First 100x pool up here. The recovery of that wick makes sense, and rejection, you know, if you just take this equilibrium, that is where it is. If it's bearishly affected. So on the 4-hour time frame, the cloud is starting to get thin here, and you could be seeing some sort of bearish retest of this cloud up at 26,922. If you 922 would take you to that 27K 50x partner in crime up there. So that's why we're kind of changing this to the pocket, because you could come all the way up to here too. You cannot plan for just one scenario, multiple scenarios coming up to that 50x and then coming down at some point. So where's the negation idea? So 4-hour time frame, money flow is getting beneath the RSI here, and the Williams getting oversold on the Williams after the stochastic suppression of the 4-hour is inbound from this alarm here. This is why we look at these alarms and say it's alarming from here. After you have the cross down event, check. You're getting alarm, continuation, check. Suppression of price by the baselines, check. And then we had this drop to the downside. We had previous bearish divergence leading to the baseline cross into the Williams suppression. Now you're getting the opposite effect where the money flow is coming beneath the RSI. Does the RSI come down to meet the money flow? I've seen that on a rare occasion, but for the most part the money flow comes up to the RSI. So we could see if that 4-hour push to these regions at some point over the weekend. Hourly time frame attempting to do something here with the oversold nature of some of these momentum oscillators. We had previous bearish divergence on the money flow from here kind of play out. Getting kind of the curvature here of this hourly baseline as it wants to try to come above on the hourly and reclaim it to come up to these regions. Can it do it on the hourly time frame is the question. You're getting some oversold nature here. If you look at the 15-minute overbought, but attempting to go above this thinning cloud. You had a previous bearish retest idea. If you're awake for this, you could have seen this leading down to here. And now we're starting to make a potential reclamation of this cloud, but the cloud is pretty nasty, and but when it holds, it gives you illusions to go up. When it doesn't hold, it gives you illusions to go down. So are we going to hold this 15-minute cloud overbought as of this moment in time, but slowly drifting as it wants to cascade perhaps to the hourly time frame to push up here? So are we going to see this hourly play out or get suppressed by the higher time frame? So let's go reiterate what higher time frames possibly are subtly supporting too. You have that 6-hour money flow beneath the RSI potential push. You have the 4-hour money flow potential push as well. So you have the 4 and the 6 potentially wanting to push up alongside the hourly, and the 12-hour stochastic oversold with the money flow beneath the RSI. However, the Williams wants to suggest going lower. So I would not play against these medium time frames wanting to play to the upside here. I would wait to see what type of upside momentum they give, where do they start to fatigue at. So most likely we will see some sort of push up to these Fibonacci regions. It could go all the way up to here, it could go up to here. Where do we get a push and fatigue? Is it just here at the equilibrium point? Or do we go up into the golden pocket and reject? And I could be completely wrong in trying to predict that far into the future. There are pools, remember, up in the 28K region, which is why you need an if-then statement for what you're going to do at these regions. And we'll have the assessment of the cloud reclamation and all that stuff at that time. So as of this moment, we're just looking first things first up at this 25 or 26775 region. More frugally up here too. All right, let's see if there's any things here. Momo about to push BTT to 26689. Yep, I agree. All right, so going to the hourly time frame here. Yeah, that hourly push. Watch how this hourly holds, and then basically what does it give? And that basically 4-hour candle, what is it going to do when it closes after the daily close? So we're getting the daily close here in 3 minutes. Then we'll bid you adieu. I have to go to a barbecue with my family today, so I have to get ready for that. So I must make this short but sweet. That's basically what it looks like for Saturday. Potentially getting that draw that we talked about yesterday. Basically unchanged TA, but the cloud starting to shift here on the 1 hour. Let's move that to there. All right. Any questions, comments, anything? No? All right, let's go to the total real quick. Just see what the total's doing. Just meandering sideways, idiot boxing in here. Remember, trash consolidation equals B to a C continuation. So coming down into this region to sweep these lows and or come to these lows might be a thing to think about at some point, no matter what push you get up here. So looking to fade the push idea as of this moment, but looks like it's reclaiming that cloud in similar fashion to Bitcoin on the hourly. Could get that push up. Total 3 already getting it. Bitcoin dominance previously dropped as people started to trade a little bit more alts. The USDT dominance previously had a push to the upside, knocking people out of their trades on Friday into USDT, and now going sideways for a possible continuation push to knock people out into USDT as well. So holding the adaptive, so it looks like you can get a continuation of push to knock USDT dominance up, which means at some stage maybe the dolphin dips first on the USDT dominance. Let's see. You are getting 5 time frames overbought here, and the failure of this cloud, so you're getting kind of the opposite effect here. So this could be coming down here as Bitcoin is wanting to go up. All right, and yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, folks. So thank you for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in, and we'll do the same. We're going to fire the accuracy, precision, and all that fun stuff, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.